Autumn from the Counseling and Wellness Center of Pittsburgh here to answer some of your questions regarding the first video about signs and symptoms of a person considering suicide. Just to recap, some of the signs and symptoms would be a person who is struggling with a sense of hopelessness, regret, guilt, extreme sadness, physical pain, emotional pain, powerlessness, saying things like they want to die, researching ways to die, giving away important personal items, making statements like they're a burden to other people. Some of you have reached out and said, what if my friend or family member are saying these things and displaying these signs and symptoms? How do I respond? One of you said, I don't want to bring up the word suicide because I don't want to put it in their head. That is a common misconception when talking about suicide. And it really reflects how we are feeling about bringing up the subject, not how the person who is struggling is feeling. Research shows that when you ask a person if they're considering taking their own lives, that it's not putting it in their head and it's not going to increase the chances whether or not they're going to actually move forward with their plan. So the first question to ask with care and compassion and empathy is, are you considering taking your life? What can I do to help? Find out if the individual has a plan. Do they have access to whatever medium they were going to use to commit the suicide? Give them the phone numbers to the suicide hotline, which is 988, or text HELLO in all capital letters to 741-741. If you're really feeling anxious and super concerned about the person that you love, you can always call 911 and have a wellness check done on them. Of course, only if culturally appropriate. Resolve Crisis Center is another fantastic option who can run out and do a wellness check on an individual that you care about that, culturally speaking, will not put them at higher risk. So please remember that bringing up the topic of suicide and asking your friend or family member if they're planning on hurting themselves is actually a step in the right direction. It's not putting anything in their heads, and it's not going to increase the chances of them moving forward with the plan.